Oh man, y'all love to run away from me when something go wrong, man. Golly, damn, shit. Hold up, let me set this back up, man. Let me get this right. Let me go. I got you, bro. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. There we go. All right, cool. Let me run back to Facebook. Man, look, I have some technical difficulties. Y'all want to dip out on me, man? It's cool. Stream back up. And go to the Twitter. I appreciate y'all patience, man. Appreciate y'all patience. I ain't gonna hold y'all very long because I do have to get the hell off of this thing and go make some cheeseburgers to go watch this football game here. So I won't be forever. Let's see. Stream back up. We lit. Click. All right, cool. Cool. Okay, we still here. All right, let's get back into it. Let's get back into it. But who do I think wins? I was talking about the AFC North. Let me get a couple of my numbers back. We down to 7. Audio cut. Audio cut. Now we good. We good on audio. We good on audio. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can or if you cannot hear me. Let me do the can you hear me now? Oh, okay, now you're gonna go never mind. All right, cool. All right, I was talking about the we in here, everybody cool. I was talking about the AFC North. I think it's gonna come down to, and you know what? I might as well give my Ravens assessment here, since we're talking about the AFC North. Um, it's a 3-team race again. Okay, in my opinion. With the one team, obviously. We lit Daniel Spencer. You know we lit Daniel Spencer. Lit. All right. AFC North. I think it's a 3-team race. Don't get me wrong. The Cleveland Browns have definitely gotten better. Josh Gordon being back is going to help Corey Coleman a bunch. Robert Griffin actually being somebody that can push the ball downfield, it'll actually help in that department. I think the Bengals are absolutely too much right now. I think Pittsburgh still has the juice, especially when what's his face comes back. Bell. When Le'Veon Bell comes back, I do think the Steelers will absolutely have that juice. Okay, let's talk about the Ravens for a second, though, as I lock my fingers to talk about the Ravens. They I think they lost 10 games last year within 3 points. Don't be that way, J. Murray. I think the Ravens lost 9 or 10 games last year within 3 points. And they did that with everybody injured, including the quarterback. Don't count the Ravens out. I still think they're well coached. I still think they're talented. I still think they know how to win. The problem is the Bengals are really good and the Pittsburgh Steelers are really good. I wouldn't be surprised if 3 of those teams make the playoffs. If those 3 teams somehow figure it out, knocking each other off, and end up making the playoffs. That's my Ravens opinion. I don't think that they're going to be as bad as they were last year. They had a hell of a lot of injuries, still was winning games by 3 points. I don't think they win the division, however. I think the Ravens do end up coming in 3rd place, with the Bengals in 2nd, with the Pittsburgh Steelers at 1st. Martavius Bryant has gone down. It sucks, but Marcus Whedon ain't no punk. Sammy Coates ain't no punk. And you still got that bad man AB, and you still got that left tackle throwing the ball, Ben Roethlisberger. So I think it'll be fun to watch those guys, but injuries happen. That sucks. But whoever stays the most healthy, and whoever plays the most efficiently, and whoever ends up winning the most division games, I think will win the AFC North. Okay. Let's see. All of Voch's favorites got hurt before the first preseason game. All of Voch's favorites got hurt before the preseason. Hey man, fair enough. It happens. Let me scroll and see if I got any more questions up here. Yeah, that was my AFC North questions, and then the stream froze. Who wins the AFC West? If not the Broncos, why, in your opinion? The West? That's Chargers, Chiefs, Broncos, Oakland Raiders. Oh my God, look out for the Oakland Raiders. I still think the Broncos as a team are good enough to, get it done. I don't think they'll be as good as they was last year. I don't see them going like 13-3 or nothing like that. But look out for the Oakland Raiders. Man. Look out for the Oakland Raiders, man. How do you feel about Dez dropping them passes in practice? Hey, it's practice. He can do that. How do you think Brock Osweiler will perform? Well, shouts out to Segway Jones. I'm going to go ahead and bring that into my AFC South discussion as I talk about the Colts, Texans, Jags, Titans. All right, cool. I'm just go ahead and say this off the rip, and it's not because DeMarco Murray's on that team, but I think the Titans are going to be the fourth place team. The Titans are going to be the fourth place team in that division. They still got that left tackle throwing the ball. Top quote. Ha! Yeah, Ben Roethlisberger. Ha! Gotcha. Titan Nation. Jake Butler. Do I know you, Jake Butler? Are you new here, Jake Butler? Jake, let me know if you're new. If you're not new, I'm gonna give you a proper introduction. If you're if you're familiar, I'll apologize and I'll give you a different type of introduction. Cool. As far as the AFC South goes, the Titans got a tad bit better. I don't think Derrick Henry will surprise anybody. I don't think the Titans' offensive line is built to handle the way Derrick Henry runs, you see. I think there's a handful of teams that Derrick Henry would prosper in. I think, Dallas, New England, New York Jets maybe, Baltimore, Oakland. But I don't think he would prosper that well in the Titans offense. Now, the Titans, they are going to try to pound the football, but I don't see Derrick starting over DeMarco Murray because Derrick runs just like DeMarco Murray. The problem is DeMarco can block, DeMarco can catch, and he has better lateral quickness. So, I wouldn't too much put too much stock into Derrick Henry this year. Absolutely would not. Is Jerry Jones gonna trade for a defensive end? I doubt it, but no, not really. Benson Mayowa and DeMarcus Lawrence after week 4 is gonna be just fine. Nah, I'm not a new guy. First stream though. Well, if it's your first stream and you're not a new guy, Jake Butler, what's happening? We lit. Welcome to the stream, brother. Let's see. All right, cool. Yes, my assessment of the AFC South. This is where it gets tricky, though. Once we get the Titans out the way, this is where things get tricky because you have a greatly improved Texans team. You want to see what the Colts can do if they can come back to their former glory, if you want to call it a former glory. Andrew Luck's going to be healthy, so we'll see how that goes. And the brand new Jacksonville Jaguars. So if I could just make an off-the-top prediction real fast. I haven't really thought too much of it. I'm going to do it at some point. We're going to make a whole podcast of it. But Titans, Jags, Colts, Texans. I got Titans in 4th place. It's going to be a fun season this year, y'all, just to kind of see how this works. The Texans could be in 3rd place this year. It depends on what Brock does and what Jadeveon does. That defense is already great, but if Jadeveon Clowney can be the guy that we think he can be, that Texans defense could be ridiculous. But we've seen the Texans make the playoffs with Brian Hoyer. Like, we've seen them, be good with nobodies, and they finally get a good quarterback. The problem with that is Andrew Luck was hurt, and the Jacksonville Jaguars were still young and trying to find their mesh. You know what I'm saying? So, but I still got the Texans in 3rd place with the Colts at 2nd. Pardon me, the Jacksonville Jaguars 2nd. A close 2nd, like a 10-6 2nd, because they still got to learn how to win first. You can be a good team, but you still got to learn how to win. and I got the Colts being in first place. That's gonna be another interesting division. Don't hold me to that. I still may change my mind up in in the weeks to come. Leading up to the season, I'm gonna make a whole new set of podcasts breaking down every single division. Me and my boy Sadie Fresh are gonna do that. But just an off the top Q&A type of answer. That's why I got. The Colts are innocent till proven guilty. Colts with some improvement in the offensive line and secondary will win that division. Luck could make that easy if he is healthy. I totally agree, but let's not act like the Jaguars didn't make huge strides on defense. With their two first round picks, Miles Jack and Dante Fowler this year. So both at the linebacker position, and they signed Malik Jackson, I believe. So that defense is looking, and Jalen, and they got Jalen. So they have three first round picks. Yes, I consider Miles Jack first round pick, and they're I forgot about Jalen Ramsey. So we'll see, how they play around with Jalen Ramsey, Miles Jack, and Dante Fowler. Hey man, Jags got something, bro. Jags got something. You all right, Jake Butler? Low key, one of the best teams in the NFL. John Baca. Okay. Jaguars look like winners from that draft with Miles Jack. Yeah, absolutely. Sheldon Dane. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Some shit. We'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. But like I said, I'm going to sit down and do the actual research, and I have a better answer for y'all when it's time to drop my division winner podcast. I'm going to drop that, and me and Sadie Fresh are going to predict the playoffs. Can Colin Kaepernick? I know I saw the question somewhere about Colin Kaepernick. Cap looks like he's winning the quarterback battle from what I've read. I mean, we'll see. I mean, how confident are you to go into a season with Blaine Gabbert? Well, Chip Kelly has kind of gone into some seasons with Mark Sanchez and Nick Foles, and he didn't blink an eye. So, hey, man, he may have something in Blaine Gabbert, but it may end up being Colin Kaepernick for the long run. So, I wouldn't put too much stock into it. All right, cool. Let's get into these questions. Bucks or Jags? Don't get me wrong. I love what the Jags did. I think the Jags are the better team. I think the Jags are the more improved team, but you got to look at it like this. The Bucks have a shot to win that division. Panthers, Saints, Falcons. The Bucks have a shot to win that division. They could have snuck it last year. They could have sneaked in and won the division last year. But, a lot of stuff had to happen for that to go down. But a lot of things didn't happen. But I don't know. It depends on what Carolina can do. The Carolina fans won't like it. But if Carolina doesn't end up being the team that we thought they could be, I mean, if they don't end up being the team that they kind of sort of was last year, the Buccaneers could be a monster in that division. The Saints, we'll see what happens. I like Mike Thomas. He's gonna bring something to that wide receiver core. Drew Brees, all he needs is somebody to throw to. So, man, it's Buccaneers or Jags. I like the Jags better, but I like the Buccaneers' playoff chances more than the Jags. So, if that makes sense. I know that's a weird take, but I'll have more on it later. Let's see. Next up on my list of questions and in the comments. Well, let me say it real fast. Jaguars can make a push to win, but the defense need to fit in on the field, and Blake stop throwing so many interceptions. Hey, man, Blake threw interception, but he low-key threw 40-something touchdowns last year, so let's not forget that. Let me do this before I get into this Joey question. Let's see. Orleans, Jacksonville, Jags. Let's take a look at Jacksonville Jaguars depth chart real fast. Blake at quarterback. Okay. Yeah, it did get Brandon Allen. Okay. Chris Ivory, T.J. Yeldon, Denard Robinson at running back. Hearns and Robinson, Marquise Lee and Rashad Green at receivers. They got Aurelius Ben. I remember Aurelius Ben. That's one of those draft names, you got to remember him. Luke Joko, Mackenzie Bernardo. I remember Mackenzie Bernardo from Dallas. Jeremy Parnell from Dallas. AJ. Okay. Let's take a look at this defense, though. Dante Fowler, Malik Jackson, Roy Miller, Jared. I remember Jared Odrick. I remember Tyson Alualu. I remember seeing Derek Marks. I know Sheldon. What's his face? Sheldon Day. Telvin Smith, Paul Plosnowski, Miles Jack, Dan Scooter. I remember Devon House. Jonathan Cyprian, Tashawn Green, Jalen Ramsey. They do have Prince Amukamara. Hey, man. That Jags defense is going to be a little better than y'all giving it credit for. We'll see. Jags are in an inferior division, so Jags can make the playoffs. I don't know if you say playing against the Texans and the Colts are necessarily inferior. I wouldn't go that far. Do you reckon the Panthers get worse offensively by virtue of KB coming back and Cam not spreading the ball as much? Like, great point, Alex Rosenwig. That's also what I think happened to the Seattle Seahawks. When Jimmy Graham was in the game, you felt like you had to force targets on him, and there were more errant throws. But when you got to spread the ball around a little bit more, Baldwin started looking like a superstar, because you threw it to him when he was open. I think the same thing happened with the Panthers, where you had to rely more on the offense than your I guess, special guys. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I can dig that. The Panthers. Look, I will say this: the Panthers might get worse adding KB back, but let's just be like normal about this. They're adding firepower at wide receiver that they didn't have at first, so the Panthers could get better on offense. So we'll see. Could David Johnson be a top 5? Yes, yes. David Johnson probably will be a top five guy. Somewhere in there with Zeke, somewhere in there with Gurley, somewhere in there with I don't know if AP cracked top 5, but we'll talk about that. The Jags have us week 1, so we'll see how good that young defense is early. Draylon Williams, who is us? Tell me who your team is so I can remember it. Let's get into this Joey Bosa situation, man. Let me ask y'all a question, man. If I was a doctor, right? Let's just say if I was a doctor. The Packers? Yeah, we'll see. The Packers. If I was a doctor, if I was a surgeon, right? And you had to have brain and heart surgery all at one time. And by the end of the surgery, your heart was by your kneecap, your liver was in your chest cavity, and your brain, your brain was somewhere by your pancreas, right? And you wake up from surgery looking like a failed game of operation. Do you think I should ask you for money? Say if I was building you a house. I was a carpenter, construction man, building you a house. You show up to your house and your house is built upside down. The attic is under the ground and the basement is in the air. Do I have the right to ask you for money? If I'm a Pizza Hut delivery guy and I'm dropping the pizzas on the floor and I'm making stuff incorrectly and I cuss my boss out, I get to somebody's house and I'm 30, 40, 100 minutes late, you think I should ask for a tip? I know it's early, man, but when Joey Bosa, when his report came out that he had one of the worst camp days that writer has ever seen, and he didn't win a match, and he sat out one day, and next thing you know, he's holding out. Rookies do that? Rookies have the rights to hold out? Does Joey Bosa have leverage? His mom said, we should have pulled an Eli Manning. Eli Manning plays quarterback. Eli Manning had leverage. Eli Manning daddy is Archie. If you Joey Bosa, you just kind of got he used to smoke weed. He's not that smart. Y'all kind of made a bad decision by drafting him. Like you draft Joey Bosa, all this negative comes with him. All this negative talk comes with Joey Bosa, right? And if you Joey Bosa, you have a bad camp day and everybody whooping your ass, right? If you're Joey Bosa, you just say, you know what, man? You know what? I'm just going to be humble. I'm just going to do my job. Hell no. To the no, no, no. Joey Bosa said, I need more guaranteed money right now. I need my signing bonus to be bigger right now. Who does that? For what? Joey, take your money. Prove yourself. First of all, I need you to prove yourself. Okay? Then we talk dollars. Every other rookie got to prove themselves. Jared Goff got to prove himself. Carson, Zeke, DeForest, Jalen. Who the hell? Shit. You see what I'm saying? You got to prove yourself. Joey Bosa has one of the worst camp days. Joey Bosa is the maintenance man, and he can't screw on a light bulb. Ronnie Stanley, that's what I was thinking about. Good job, Zach Russell. Good job, Ronnie Stanley. Jack Conklin, thank you very much, Jake Butler. Jack Conklin. They all got to prove themselves, right? If you work in housekeeping, you got to mop the floor correctly. If you work in the kitchen, you got to know how to boil water. If you Joey Bosa and you couldn't beat a soul in your first day of camp, you didn't play in the second one, and you say you not going to play in the third one, how can you expect the Chargers to not play hardball with you? If the Chargers drafted some pristine attitude guy with no off-field issues, with no bad rumors, no bad press, outstanding athlete, maybe a quarterback, somebody of more important position, maybe you got a little bit of leverage to just kind of, well, not leverage, but maybe as the San Diego Chargers, you can say, okay, I feel good about this guy. Let's pay him. This simply says to me that the scouts, coaches, and general managers in San Diego wasn't on the same page. Somebody said, let's draft Joey Bosa. He's good. Somebody says, Joey Bosa's good. I don't know about taking him at 3. And somebody said, damn it, I like somebody else better than Joey Bosa. And that's that triangle that you kind of got to deal with the GMs, coaches, and scouts. That's how this really works. Whoever the hell was on the side of let's draft Joey Bosa, they ended up winning. Okay? Those guys won. I'm assuming the GMs weren't on that side. Maybe it was the scouts or something. Maybe it was the scouts. But the GMs, the people that handle the money, maybe they didn't so much like Joey Bosa. So that makes them go, let's play stingy. Let's have some insurance in his contract. Let me see. It's not about money. It's about how the cash is going to be structured. Absolutely, Alex. Let me get to that. It's not about the money. Alex, you're right. I was getting there. I'm just long-winded. It's not about the money because Joey's money is set already. Under this rule with the player association or whatever, all the rookies, all their salary numbers are already made up. It's about the contract structure. So what I was getting at was, if you the San Diego Chargers, if you the front office, and the scouts somehow won and said, we're going to draft Joey Bosa, if you the GMs, you're going to go, all right, cool. We got Joey Bosa, but I need some insurance. You may like the player. I don't like maybe he gave Noah Spence the weed. Or maybe he gave Noah Spence the ecstasy. I don't like that rumor. Maybe I don't like he doesn't play hard rumor. Maybe if I'm the GM, some of my other GM friends are saying, hey, y'all like that Joey Bosa kid? I don't. Somebody may have called up San Diego's GM and said, hey, y'all drafted that kid. This is what we got to say about him. So the GMs are trying to protect themselves. They trying to watch their ass. I'm not a big fan of Joey Bosa. I don't mind them. I wouldn't have taken them at 3. You see what I'm saying? So if I'm the general manager, of course I would want some type of, if Joey Bosa get caught with weed, I wouldn't still have to pay him. Or if Joey Bosa gets caught at a coke and sex party, I still have to pay him. If Joey Bosa goes to jail, what'll happen? If Joey Bosa sucks, what'll happen? That's where this offset language comes in. Let me read these comments. Did we talk NFC South yet? Kind of, sort of, Daniel. We'll come back to it. Let's see. Offset language and the fact they want to split the signing bonus over 2 years. Bowie once won a champ. I totally agree. Y'all can see the chat on the comments or whatever. It's not about mental health. Absolutely. So if you're the GM and you're not all the way set on Joey Bosa, then maybe you don't want to give him all that money up front. Maybe you don't want to guarantee him all that. Maybe you don't want to put his signing bonus up front. Maybe you don't. You never know. You never know. So whose side do I take? I take Joey's mother's side. I take Joey Bosa's mom's side. Because, yes, you should have pulled the Eli Manning. You should have got out before it was too late. I totally agree. Do I care? Joey Bosa doesn't have a star on the side of his helmet, so hell no. I know Daniel Spencer doesn't care because Joey Bosa doesn't have a falcon on his helmet. I know Draylon Williams doesn't care because he doesn't have a big G on the side of his helmet. I know who else is here? I know Jay Murr doesn't care because he doesn't have that French word for the Saints logo on his helmet. Hey, shouts out to Joey Bosa. Daniel, I'll get back into the NFC South talk. How I get back to it. I just got to speak my piece about this Joey Bosa situation, man. Let's see. I got something from Facebook. You need a Jerry Jones post on the wall. Hey, man, I think about it, man. You know what I'm saying? I put some for my owner. I put some for the owner / GM for the star. I'm gonna decorate this wall, man. We're gonna get it right, man. We're gonna figure this out. But yeah, this is my this is my studio right now. John, that's the funniest thing about the entire situation. Let me go back to John. If you got those questions about a player, why even draft him at 3? Well, like I said earlier, John, when it comes to drafting a player, there's this triangle that has to come into agreement. Look at this, Voch Lombardi and the Illuminati throwing up triangles, whatever. There's this triangle that has to come together. It's GMs, it's coaches, and it's scouts. If the scouts like somebody, the GMs may necessarily not like them. If the coaches may like a kid, that don't mean the scouts and the general manager. You see what I'm saying? So in what I think happened in the Chargers organization, I think the scouts loved them. The coaches were kind of in the middle, and the GMs didn't like them. I'm just guessing. So what I'm guessing is the GM's argument won the scouts over. Pardon me, the scouts' argument won the coaches over. So it was two votes to 1. And the GM and all them, they control the money in the situation. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm thinking is going on right now. I think the scouts and the coaches ended up making the decision to draft Bosa, but the GMs didn't like it. There was a lot of pushing and pulling involved. So that's why the money situation is going on. You see what I'm saying? That's why I think the whole entire situation comes from. The GM didn't get his guy, so he's being a little salty. So, and also, if you Joey Bosa, you got to learn how to shut up and do what you're going to do. If you Joey Bosa, you got faith in yourself, hey, man, go out and prove it and get your money later. Chargers are a poorly run organization, John Baca. They have had history with holdouts before. Also, they haven't won a thing since Breeze left and LT left. Fair assessment, Jake Butler. Which head coaches will get fired this season? Woo! Don't do that to me, man. I'll make that a whole video. How bad will Brady's suspension affect the Patriots? Patriots schedule. Cardinals, Dolphins, Texans, Bills. Hey, man, long as Garoppolo can go 2-2 in those games, don't even worry about it. Let's see. What else did I have? All right, let's go back to the NFC South. Daniel Spencer is here. Let's talk about the NFC South. Let me get this question real fast. If Marvin Lewis and or Jeff Fisher still have jobs after this season, I'm applying. I'm applying for the following season. Hey man, I don't know how the hell Marvin Lewis still got a job. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. That's not my opinion. I'll do an entire what coaches get fired this season podcast. I promise I'll do it. Who was I just looking at? NFC South. Um, like I said earlier, for those of you that weren't tuned in, there will be an entire podcast on what it'll be a division preview. I'm going to preview all 18 divisions and all 8 divisions, and that will give me a chance to preview all 32 teams, right? So that's coming. So now I'm just giving an off the top assessment. I'll put more thought into this later. I don't even think I ranked the NFC South teams earlier. I just ended up saying that the Bucks could be better than you thought they were, and the Panthers could be worse than you thought they were. At the end of the day, I still do think the Panthers will probably win the division. Depending on how well Jameis can adapt, the Falcons and the Bucks will have to, fight it out for 2 and 3. I think the Bucks may end up pulling the 2. Depends. I don't know. Depends. We got to see. The Falcons might pull a number 2. We'll see. The Falcons 2. I feel good saying Falcons 2, Bucks 3, Saints 4. I feel good saying that. Like I said, I haven't put a lot of thought into it. I'm going to do that at some point. But that's what I'm going to roll with. Panthers, Falcons, Bucks, Saints until further notice. But I do still think the Bucks can win that division with the right circumstances though. But that's just what I got. We had 33 minutes. I want to, because look, we still got the other podcast that kind of live stream that got cut off or whatever. You got 30 more minutes in that thing too. I'm gonna give this a few more minutes because we do have preseason football coming up. So let's do 4 more questions. Let's do 4 more questions. Let's do that. Y'all, give me some questions. You like that pose? Let me close you out. Give me 4 more questions. What do you think the record would be when Brady gets back? He was asking Alex, but I'll take that question as one of y'all's questions. Well, let's take a look at the whole damn schedule then. Let's go ahead and do that. Patriots schedule. Let me go ahead and answer this easy question. I feel like Daniel Spencer, bust or not? Neil. I never hated Keanu Neal. I just wouldn't draft him in the first round. So, considering him a bust, that's whatever. I don't dislike Keanu Neal. He may have a good damn career, but I wouldn't have taken him in the first round. I feel like he was a later round guy, but that's just my opinion. I will not change that. But bust or not? Hell, I don't know. Let's say not. What do you think about Eli Apple? This is what I think about Eli. That's what I think about Eli Apple. Do you think the Bengals finally stop being cursed this year? Do they bounce back from the letdown? It depends on if they can beat the Ravens and the Steelers. Model organizations have long-term stability at the head coach position. The Bengals have made the playoffs 6 of 7 last year. That's a lot. Sold out home games. That's why Lewis has his job, in my opinion. Good job, Kareem. Let me actually read that with a little bit of... Model organizations have long-term stability at the head coach position. The Bengals have made the playoffs 6 of the last 7 seasons. That's a lot of sold-out home games. That's why Lewis has a job, in my opinion. That's a great assessment, Kareem Gomez, because he doesn't really suck. Lewis isn't bad. He wins. He just doesn't win the games you want him to win. Don't know if Goff has been garbage. Just hasn't gotten the playbook down. Hey man, watch Hard Knocks. We'll see what's going on with Goff. Let me pull up I pulled up the Patriots schedule. Brady comes back to play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I need the whole schedule. Give me the whole thing. Give me the loop. All right, let's see. Starting at week 4. Ooh. At the Browns, Bengals, at the Steelers, at the Bills, Seahawks, 49ers, at the 49ers, at the Jets, Rams, Ravens, at the Broncos, Jets again, Dolphins again. That's rough. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a potential 4 games you lose. With Jimmy going 2-2, that's a potential 6 games to lose. Hey, it could be a little fishy. It could be a little fishy. I want y'all to look that up on your own and make your own assessments on that. But it could get hairy for the Patriots. Jay Murray, you are one of my platinum members. Go watch the football game, man. Enjoy yourself. Matter of fact, I'm about to close this thing up. And this last question, Jake Butler, you got the last question. Jalen Smith riding the bench to a defensive rookie. Shouts out to Alex. Last question, and we gone. We going to go watch the what's the name? I'm gonna need Sid to join you after. Draylon, do I know you? Are you the Akon looking guy? Let me click on you. Yeah, you the Akon looking guy. You've been here before. I thought you was a new guy. All right, yeah. I'm gonna tell Sid you said that. All right, man. All right, cool, brother. And offensive and defensive rookies of the year. Offensive rookie of the year, Ezekiel Elliott. Easy. Defensive rookie of the year, Miles Jack, man. I'm not out on Miles Jack. I'm still a big fan of Miles Jack. There we go. Hey man, thank y'all for tuning in, man. Yo, it's been a long off season. It's been a long time off. A long break that I've been on, but we back, man. I'm gonna come back with the cameras. I'm gonna come back with a new theme song. I'm gonna come back with the display, and I'm gonna come back with more information, man. I got more quick looks coming out. The quick looks are for us to understand these 2017 prospects before they come out. That's the quick look series, and also we got the film studies coming up too. And we're gonna break down the NFL every single week. We're gonna break it down. We're gonna stay on top of that. Yo, man, go enjoy this football that's about to come on, man. Hey, be easy, dog. Hold it down for the Doski, Woski, and the Peasky Whiskey, man. We out of here. Where's my OBS? I'm gonna start the stream right now.